The bloodline is no longer cracking, it's imploding. In a shocking backstage ambush, Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb unleashed a savage assault on Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso, leaving the WWE Universe stunned. The brutal beatdown ended with Solo setting fire to a crate filled with bloodline artifacts, signaling the death of the old dynasty. But the chaos didn't stop there. Moments later, the Titantron lit up with a chilling response from Roman Reigns and Rikishi, whose silent glares and haunting words sent shockwaves through the locker room. This is no longer just a feud. It's a full-blown war for the soul of the Samoan legacy. The question now, will the family reunite or be torn apart forever? The Bloodline Civil War erupts, a volcanic clash of legacy and power. The Samoan Bloodline's civil war has exploded into a volcanic eruption of rage and rebellion. What began as simmering tensions behind closed doors has now shattered into open warfare, with Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb delivering a chilling message that no one in WWE can ignore. The battlefield is set, and Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso stand directly in the crosshairs of this merciless storm. When Roman Reigns and Rikishi finally broke their long silence, the entire wrestling world exploded in anticipation. The drama was electric. Every second, every breath in the WWE Thunderdome felt charged with impending chaos. The tension was so thick, it felt like the heavy drums of a Samoan war chant echoing through the arena. Solo Sikoa, the unstoppable Samoan bulldozer, and the monstrous Jeff Cobb stood tall and unyielding over the symbolic ruins of Jimmy Uso's shattered Uso Penitentiary necklace. Once a powerful emblem of unity, now reduced to broken fragments on the cold concrete floor. The camera cut sharply to a backstage monitor, where Jacob Fatu's furious eyes burned with a volcanic rage, his face twisting as if wrestling with an internal tempest. Suddenly, the Titantron burst to life, the crowd silenced in anticipation. There, standing side by side, were Roman Reigns and Rikishi, the enigmatic tribal chief and his trusted confidant, wearing expressions that blurred the line between steely resolve and cold calculation. Roman leaned forward into the camera, his voice low and chilling, yet calm, like the eye of a hurricane. "The bloodline's fracture," he said, "has reached catastrophic levels. Flames of rebellion, the pyrotechnic message that shook WWE. But the chaos was far from over. Paul Heyman's new faction, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, loomed like vultures circling the wreckage, ready to pick apart whatever was left of the family's glory. Roman Reigns' prolonged silence had become an oppressive shadow looming over the faction. But tonight, Solo Sikoa refused to wait for words. He took brutal, decisive action. The arena darkened, only for Solo to emerge carrying a rugged wooden crate, its surface scarred and weathered like the bloodline itself. Inside were artifacts heavy with meaning. A torn piece of the old table banner, battered shards of shield armor, and the shattered remnants of Jimmy Uso's necklace, symbols of the past, now reduced to ashes. As Solo placed the crate on the floor, Jeff Cobb held back the frantic officials, giving Solo the space he needed. With a flick of a lighter, the gasoline-soaked crate ignited in a burst of orange flames and thick smoke. The fire crackled and roared, consuming the relics of a fading dynasty. The crowd roared, sensing that this was more than a physical act. It was a symbolic funeral for the old bloodline. Solo and Cobb stood firm, watching as the flames danced wildly, the blaze illuminating their fierce determination. Before the fire could die down, Roman's voice thundered through the arena's speakers, slicing through the tension like a blade. "You forget who built this kingdom," he declared, his tone heavy with warning and authority. The camera cut to Rikishi, who stepped forward clutching a newly woven Samoan tapestry, vibrant and intricate, featuring the faces of Roman, Fatu, and Solo, interlaced in a powerful symbol of unity. Backstage fallout, chaos unleashed behind the scenes. The fallout backstage was seismic. Paul Heyman was seen frantically dialing his phone, eyes gleaming with scheming intent as he coordinated with Seth Rollins. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker's fury spilled uncontrollably. 2 entire locker rooms were left in ruins after his rampage, his roar echoing down the hallways like an unleashed beast. Caught in the eye of the storm were the Usos. Jimmy Uso, ever the firebrand, pledged his unwavering loyalty to Jacob Fatu, standing as a beacon of the old guard's fight to preserve honor and family. Jey Uso, however, was a man torn, his face a mask of inner turmoil, caught between his brother's loyalty and the devastating new reality threatening to rip the family apart. Across WWE, the fan reaction was explosive. Merchandise for both Bloodline factions, Team Solo Sikoa and Team Fatu, sold out within minutes, proving that this was no ordinary feud, but a battle capturing the hearts and passions of wrestling's global audience. The Silent War, Roman Reigns and Rikishi's calculated strategy. Behind the glitz and spectacle of WWE's bright lights, a shadow war was quietly unfolding, a battle of minds as much as bodies. WWE insiders have revealed that Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, along with his steadfast confidant Rikishi, have been secretly orchestrating the unfolding Bloodline confrontation for weeks. Their clandestine meetings, held deep within the walls of the legendary Wild Samoan Training Center, were far from casual catch-ups. They were strategic war councils aimed at salvaging a family on the brink of collapse. Roman's silence in the public eye has been deafening, but behind the scenes, he has been anything but idle. With Rikishi by his side, he has engineered a complex intervention designed not only to confront the burgeoning threat of Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb, but to force a reckoning that will determine the Bloodline's fate. Their plan walks a razor's edge, a delicate balance between restoring order to the fractured family and accepting the harsh reality that the Bloodline may never be the same. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb have been honing their craft under the brutal tutelage of Gunther, the European powerhouse, whose merciless style has sharpened their physical arsenal. The duo's training regimen is relentless, every session pushing their limits with a focus on precision strikes and devastating European uppercuts that leave opponents reeling. This is no mere homage to tradition. It's a clear and brazen middle finger to the old guard's methods. Solo and Cobb aren't just fighting for titles or respect. They are declaring the dawn of a new era, one where ambition and raw power eclipse legacy and ritual. Legacy versus revolution, the war for the Samoan soul. This conflict transcends the physical violence displayed in the ring. It's a profound war for the very soul of the Samoan dynasty. Tonight's battles are about much more than personal grudges. They are about legacy itself. Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb's fiery rebellion is a wildfire threatening to scorch and consume everything the Bloodline once stood for: honor, tradition, and a revered family history steeped in sacrifice. On the opposite side stands Roman Reigns and Rikishi's silent power play, a slow-burning, calculated force that embodies patience, wisdom, and unyielding control. It's a reminder that kingdoms are not built overnight, nor maintained without upheaval. Sometimes the foundation must be shaken, cracked, even threatened, before the strongest pillars can emerge. The stage is now set for a Samoan showdown, unlike any other. A brutal collision where honor clashes with ambition. Blood is stained with betrayal, and family bonds are tested to their breaking points. With SummerSlam looming like a coliseum of judgment, the WWE Universe holds its breath, asking a question that weighs heavy on every heart. Will the Bloodline reunite to stand stronger than ever? Or will it fracture beyond repair? Scattered ashes lost to the winds of time. The WWE Universe awaits. Whose side will you take? The stakes could not be higher, and the wrestling world is captivated, divided, and electrified by this family war. It's no longer a simple feud to be watched from the sidelines. Every fan, every voice matters in this epic saga. Will you throw your support behind Solo's revolution, the fierce and unrelenting force determined to rewrite history with fire and fury? Or will you stand with Roman's dynasty, the guardians of tradition and power, fighting to preserve a legacy that has shaped generations? This isn't just about wrestling. It's a story of loyalty, betrayal, survival, and identity. The Bloodline's fate dangles on a knife's edge, and the choices made in the coming weeks will echo through WWE history for years to come. So smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because this family war is hurtling toward its explosive endgame. The arena is charged, the players are ready, and every moment counts. And above all, the final question hangs in the air like a challenge. Will Jey Uso rise as the peacemaker, the one to mend the broken bonds? Or will the civil war consume them all in a devastating inferno?